dearest Michelle. What brings you here so late? Did you come to see me? Who's the pipsqueak? She lives here. I took her in. It's a strange lady, and she's wearing almost nothing. Are you not cold in that? Girl, you don't make it in this business worrying about the cold. What kind of work do you do? Your clothes are really pretty colors, like something a princess would wear. You know, I kinda am like a princess. A wicked princess who goes around seduce. Maria, she does not need to hear that. Oh, what's the fuss? I'm just giving her a glimpse of the real world. And you think now is the time for that? This isn't awkward or anything. Also, what's this dearest Michelle about? You two a thing or something? Seems a bit young for you. No, that's just what she calls me. That's what I call my brothers. He's my number 2 brother, but we're not related. My real brother's back at the church. He's got the same color hair as me, and we look a little alike. Really? Must be a pretty good-looking fella if he's related to you. Of course he is. I wouldn't let him be my brother if he didn't look good. That's quite the assertion, Nellie. It's so lively in here. I'm stranded in uncharted territory. Oh, I bet you're stiff as a board out there. Relax, deep breaths. You're asking the impossible. Alright, well, sit down, make yourselves comfortable, everyone. I'm gonna make some tea, and something to snack on while I'm in there. It's a girls' night in. This'll be fun. Why is Michelle here, though? You have no idea how much I wish I knew. That's not important, but you know what is? 3 girls, 1 guy. That's gotta be rough. Actually, make that 4 girls. Why would that be rough? Tell me, you've got 3 girls in 1 room. What do you think they're going to be talking about? Love, romance. And there he sits, all alone, in a pink cloud of girl talk. That sounds uncomfortable. And we get to watch him twist and squirm. That sounds like fun. What do they think I am, their plaything? I didn't just sense you smiling too, did I? Oh no, not at all. I was just thinking I feel kind of bad for you. Why don't I believe you? We don't have time for this. Morgana's still locked up in that tower even as we speak. I get where you're coming from, but I don't think that'll turn out to be a waste of time. All 3 of them have ties to the men with the keys. We could very well learn something from their conversation that could lead to a breakthrough. So I say we participate, see where it goes. What's this? Already friends, you 2? Yep, I like this new lady a lot. She's a sweet little girl. What's not to love? You know, that kind of makes me jealous. It took you a long time to warm up to me, Nellie. No, it didn't. I don't think. I don't know. It felt to me like you were keeping your distance. Well, you know, it's not that easy to work up the courage to talk to a real-life saint. Nellie, you know it's not that big a deal. I'm not even a real saint. So what's the conversation? Love, romance. How about your taste in guys? Oh. Do you have anyone? A crush? A special someone? You do, don't you? I'm a servant of God the Father. So no, I do not have anyone. Oh, come on. We won't tell, promise. Forbidden love. So romantic. So exciting. You know, I think you should go first, Nellie. I like princely boys. My brother's the closest thing to my ideal. Oh, and I mean my real brother. You don't say. And you, Maria? What kind of guys do you like? Me, I like a nice subservient man. Someone who knows I'm in charge. Subtlety isn't her strong suit, huh? Why not someone you can always count on, or encouraging and supportive, or sweet and kind? Someone like that would be... Guys like that only light you little tween girls as fires. Things get a little more complicated as you get older. Life stops being quite so simple. So you start wanting to find something that'll make the daily load of shit even a little easier to swallow. Really? I'm not sure I want to grow up anymore. Though I guess that's partly a result of who I am, so who knows? Maybe you'll have it a little better. I hope so. Okay, now it's your turn, Sister Marie. Me? I suppose I could tell you who my favorite angels are. No, it has to be someone real. You have to have someone. I already told you. There's someone else who hasn't gone yet. I can go after that, can't I? Who else is there? You know, it's not a half-bad idea. Agreed, I want to know too. No dodgy answers either. Girl do you like, Michelle? You're not supposed to bring me into the conversation. Lighten up, loosen up, let us have at it. But it's a very complicated, personal matter. How do I make things simple, turn it into a choice? A choice? Of the three of us, who ticks the most boxes on your complicated tastes? Too hard about it, just pick one. Me? The teensy tiny one? Or the nun? Who will it be? What on earth have I gotten myself into? The way they're staring at me, I'm not getting out of this. So in case you're wondering, I'm going to go down the list. We'll go with Maria first. Me? So you're into me, huh? Want to spend the night together then? I'll even give you a discount. I was simply answering your question, not propositioning you. Why do you need a discount to spend the night with you? We can be doing more than just talking, girl. Oh, it'd be grown-up fun, if you know what I mean. Maria, I already asked you not to talk about that around Nellie. Oh, quit being so overprotective. She's not a toddler, she knows what I'm talking about. But... grown-up fun? You know, what a man and a woman do in bed. That's vulgar. You're both vulgar. You're vulgar for mentioning it, Maria, and you're vulgar for paying for it, Michelle. I'm not paying for anything. That's something you can only do with someone you really, really love after lots and lots of time of getting to know each other and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's not something you pay money for. You're not even allowed to kiss if you're not in love. That's about right. For most people. That means you too, Maria. You have to stop this instant. If I stop, I won't be able to make a living, and you'll find me starved to death in an alley somewhere. What? That's my life. I don't tell you what kind of work I do now, do I? I don't have to tell you what kind of work I do now, do I? Out there in the real world, there are more women than you can imagine who have to live like that. Swallowing their pride, selling their bodies, sucking up to people. Don't look so disillusioned. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad. Just so we're clear, I'm not discontented with how I end up. If anything, I mostly just hope you don't think worse of me for it. I don't. Not when we were just getting to be friends. I'm just surprised, that's all. As you should be. And I hope you keep on the straight and narrow. Behind the third door, she was driven by a desire for vengeance. But I guess she's not really a bad person, huh? I only answer that question because they were pressing me to. I'm not actually interested in her, I promise. said you already had someone instead. I assumed there were only the 3 choices. You need to learn to think outside the box. That said, can I ask you something? Yes. Why did you pick Maria? Because she's bright and energetic. Like you. That was a good answer, so I'll let you off the hook. Thank goodness. Nellie, you're up. Someone, say something. Do you know how old I am, Michelle? 14 or so? And how old are you? 27. Pedophile. That is a bit of an age gap, I think. If you're going to be like that about it, then don't make her an option. I never thought you'd actually pick her, you know? Everyone has their preferences, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about them. But some things you should keep to yourself. I had no idea, Michelle. Slow down, don't all dogpile me at once. That isn't why I chose her. You're welcome to defend yourself, but choose your words carefully, or I'll tie you up and throw you out in the cold. Nellie, she thinks of me as a brother, and she's the one I've had the most time to get to know. So I chose her because of the 3 of you, I'm the closest with her. So you don't have any inappropriate feelings for me? Not in the slightest. No, you can say you don't, but that doesn't prove you're not secretly into that. I'm telling you, I'm not. Alright then, prove it. Prove it? Yep, prove you're not a dirty pedo. I already have someone I love, so I'm not interested in children. Oh? Well then, tell us about her. Prove you're not just making it up to get out of the hole you dug yourself. What do you like about her? When did you fall for her? All the juicy details. I want to know too. Tell us. If my number 1 brother ever gets a girlfriend, I'll slap her silly. For you, my number 2 brother, I'll gladly congratulate you. Let's start with her looks. Tell us what you like about her body. I'll be damned. It sounds like you really are head over heels for this chick. It's kind of anticlimactic. I had no idea you felt that way about me. I want to bury myself alive. I'm amazed you even noticed some of those things. Could you please drop it? But why? You just made my day. You have no idea how humiliating it is being forced to say all that while I know you're listening. It's almost worse than being tortured. You two are away from each other right now, though, aren't you? How sad. Yes, it is. While she may be here with me, I can't actually see her there. It's hard, being away from someone you love. I'll be praying you get to see her again soon. Thank you. Me? A lot of guys are into that, yeah? I'm sorry. As a servant of God the Father, I cannot reciprocate your feelings. Shut down on the spot. Poor Michelle. Save your pity. You asked me to choose, so I chose. I didn't mean anything more than that. No, I'm not convinced you didn't fall for her the moment you laid eyes on her. Poor Michelle. Listen to me. What about me do you like out of curiosity? What about you? It'll only make things worse if I say she seemed like the safest option. No real reason. It's not that hard to see what he likes. You're nice to everyone, you rarely get angry, you're hot as hell, and you got huge knockers. Hurry up, please. How crude, dearest Michelle. Could you stop heckling me already? Michelle, there's something I need to ask you. What is it, Giselle? Did you fall for me because I have large breasts? What? No, absolutely not. If I didn't, would you still love me? Of course I would. Alright, in that case, I'll pray for God to make me completely flat. What? See, I knew it. You wouldn't love me anymore. Of course I would. I just don't know why you'd ask him to take back something he blessed you with. You men are all the same. How does liking big breasts make me a bad person? The hell are you doing over there, Michelle? Honing your charades game? Don't worry about it. Does that mean that other boys won't be interested in me if mine aren't big too? She was saying my Mel. I didn't notice at first. I can massage him for you so they'll get big. You won't be too rough? I'll be very gentle. Maria, Nellie. This couldn't get any more uncomfortable. And this is going to be the last one. What? Really? That's no fun. You can still tell us what lights your fire at least, even if you already got someone. Loving someone is a beautiful thing. I will pray for God to grant you both his blessing. What's she like, though? I want to know. Tell us about her. What's she like? She's always smiling. She's a very cheerful, energetic person, the opposite of me in many ways. So, she's staying at the mansion with you? No, I'm here alone. Does she not feel the same way about you? Unrequited love, is it? You poor thing. It won't be cheap, but I'll keep you company for the night if you want. She loves me too. Then why isn't she here? If you're a couple, you're supposed to stay together. Did you leave her behind when you left? Circumstances prevent us from seeing each other right now. I can always feel her there, by my side. But I can't see her. What circumstances? No, Nellie, don't be prying. It's a personal matter. One I'm sure isn't easy for him. Will you ever be able to see her again? I have faith that I will. Because when I see her next in the flesh, I need to take her by the hands, look her in the eyes, and tell her something very important. Michelle, is she somewhere really far away? Or is there something else getting in your way? Women are fickle creatures, though. You may think she'll always love you, but spend enough time apart, who knows how those feelings might change. We're not as bullheaded as you guys tend to be. While you're here, away from her, she can find someone else she likes. Or maybe she already has. I would never. Her feelings will never change. She has spent more time waiting for me than you could possibly imagine. Though there were times she lost sight of what she was waiting for. Deep down in her heart, she never forgot about me. I know that for a fact. I don't buy that sickly sweet, how lovey. I can't even read tonight. I don't buy that sickly sweet, her love is eternal crap one damn bit. It's short-sighted, ignorant. People change, their feelings change. It's the ones you think care most about who will inevitably stab you in the back one day. That's what people do. You just never had the pleasure. But one day you will. You'll taste the bitterness of betrayal. Is there anyone in your life that you care about more than yourself? Not a one. You wouldn't understand what we have together then. But someday, if you ever find someone who means that much to you, I think you'll come to understand that it is possible to love someone, even if they do sometimes cause you pain. You're telling this to a whore. That already has me out of the running. I don't think that's true. Anyone can find someone no matter who they are. It doesn't matter how old you are or what kind of work you do, Or if you're a noble or a peasant. Oh, come on. You're making it sound like I'm the bad guy here. In this case, she might actually be more mature than you, Maria. Oh, shove it. Now that Michelle's answered, it's your turn. What, do I really have to? You do. Everyone else has answered. Like I said, I don't have anyone. Don't forget about the tea I made. It's going to get cold. Anyway, I'm more interested in catching up with you, Maria, than talking about boys. What happened after you left? Alright, sure. We can talk about that. An orphanage. Yep. Neither of us had parents or families, so we were raised in an orphanage. Beyond the second door, Pauline had a family and seemed to be quite well off. I guess that's not the case here. So you grew up together then? Sister Marie's never told me about her childhood before. I don't like to talk about the past. Not the best of memories, after all. I'd say we're both lucky we made it this far in life. You still keep in touch with that shithead heap of a director? Now, don't talk about him like that. He's not a bad person. Yeah, I know. In your mind, everyone's not a bad person. He isn't, really. Yes, he stops by occasionally to check in. He was the one who set me on the path to becoming a nun. He always was fond of you, perfect little angel you were. I doubt he liked me more than anyone else. Compared to you, I was a damn gremlin. You were a naughty girl, weren't you, Maria? The naughtiest girl around. I threw rocks at walls, making all these little holes, and one time I even filled the director's shoes with dog shit. That would make anyone angry. I wasn't always a little twat, mind you. The director either loved you or hated you, and there was no middle ground. And if he didn't like you, life was hell. He'd make you go without supper or force you to sleep outside, shit like that. That's awful. I had no idea he was doing that to you. You could have said something. Like that would have made a difference. You adored that damn director. You never would have believed me over him. Once you put your trust in someone, you refused to believe they could be anything less than perfect. Completely blinded by faith. I don't... You do. The only reason you're willing to believe me now is because it's been so long, and because there are other people here. This would probably be a good time to step in, Michelle. Change the subject or something. I feel kind of bad for her. So, how long were you two together? Until we were around 10, I think? Does that sound about right? Sounds about right, yeah. I got fed up with everything and ran off, ended up at a brothel. Been a whore ever since. It's been, what, 10 years now? I'm practically a veteran. Did you like life better at the brothel, better than the orphanage, Maria? Between the two, I'd take the brothel any day. There I've got friends and colleagues. Although I did lose a whole bunch of them 4 years ago. 4 years ago? I remember hearing word of a brothel raided by bandits around that same time. Was that where you worked, Maria? Yep, and what a nightmare that was. I mean, why the hell would you raid a whorehouse? Why not go after some noble's estate, or the damn lord for that matter? A brothel raided by bandits. 4 years ago. What's the matter? Trying to make those forehead wrinkles permanent? I know I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm beginning to think Maria might have had some contact with Morgana in life as well. Oh. 4 years ago would make Morgana 12, and where was she then? I have a question for you, Maria. Was there a girl by the name of Morgana at that brothel? You know Morgana? So my suspicion was right. Yeah, Morgana was there. Me and the other girls looked after her together. But after the bandits razed the place, I never saw her again. What a travesty that was. It was chaos. Only a handful of us even survived. I feared she'd either been killed or sold off somewhere. But if you know her, that means she's alive, right? That's great to hear. I've been worried about her ever since. Michelle Morgana's the Saintess's name, isn't it? That's what you told me. Saintess. That's right, Nellie. That is indeed the name of the person who performed your miracle. And she's locked up in the tower now. Locked up? You told Nellie all that nonsense too, Michelle? It's not nonsense. Mel told me everything. It's all true. He feels terrible about what he's done, but he can't set her free by himself. Now you two. We need the other 2 keys. The Lord has one and his bodyguard has another. After learning the truth, I knew I had to tell you. But I was too afraid you wouldn't believe me. If you didn't believe me, something bad might happen to Mel. It's not good to tell lies, Nellie. And the same goes for your brother as well. The Lord stores his valuables in that tower. That's why it's locked up and you can't get in. Or are all 3 of you after his wealth? Of course not. And you, Michelle, you need to stop playing these strange suspicions in... See, this is exactly what I was talking about. You haven't changed one bit. You won't even give someone the time of day if they're saying anything that contradicts someone you've decided to trust. Can the, watchtower, was it? Can you not bust the door down? I'm still lost as hell here. But the long and short of it is Morgana might be in that tower. She is, yes. It might be possible to break down the door with a dozen or so people to help, but that's infeasible. Besides, opening the door isn't our only objective. So, we need the other keys. Correct. It's not true. He would never do that to someone. People think he's scary and mean, but they're wrong. He's a sweet, respectable man. He would never lock up an innocent girl. Even though everyone else is saying he would. If I don't believe in him, then who will? So you are more than acquaintances. If you really have that much faith in his goodness, then tell us that after you've seen what he's done. Pauline, assuming, hypothetically, there really is someone in the tower, there's nothing I could do about it. I'm a nun, I have no real authority here. I'm just a pretty face. Nevertheless, he started this to help you, so if you tell him to stop, he might actually listen. Please, Sister Marie, help us set the Saintess free. Your ability to trust someone so completely is actually pretty amazing. But if you let it turn into blind faith, it'll come back and bite you in the ass. Could I please ask the 2 of you to leave? An old friend of mine might be being held prisoner right now. And you expect me to just scamper on home? Go. She is a little too innocent, perhaps, but I don't think her faith is entirely blind. You are a woman who is capable of making decisions for herself. I know you are. Yes, you've placed your complete faith in one man, but that hasn't stopped you from considering what you should do with your own life. You were never short-sighted. We only met yesterday. What could you possibly know about me? Give me some time, until tomorrow. Time to think about what to do. As you wish. So, is all that really true? It is. How do you know any of that, though? Because... what story should I go with this time? Should I use the letter again? Forget it, that's not important. Pipsqueak ain't one to go throwing around accusations like that for shits. The point is, I'll take your word for it. And if we get the door open and it turns out there's no one there, no harm done. So you believe me? You're not lying, are you? No, I'm not. Then that's that. Frustrating part is, winning over a whore isn't going to get you very far toward fixing anything. That's not true. Just knowing you believe me is reassuring. If you say so. Could I ask you something? You did come here in search of the Lord, didn't you? He has the third key, without which we cannot get into the tower, and my gut tells me you're the one who's going to make that possible. Why would you think that? Because you have a very strong connection to him. You may think I sound crazy, but your souls are inextricably bound together. Our souls? Don't even joke. I know how it sounds, but that's the only way. Okay, you got me. I'm done lying. You're right, I came here looking for the Lord. There are rumors going around saying he's been seen coming in and out of the church here. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to cave his fucking skull in. You what? What you gonna do about it? Call the guards on me? No, I won't. But tell me, why do you want to kill him? Why? What, are you not from around here? You should know he's one hell of an aggressive ruler. I won't deny he's done wonders for the economy. The city's a great place to be if you're a merchant. Taxes are lower than anywhere else, and all you need is enough money and you can buy citizenship. For the people who lived here our whole lives, the poor, the peasants, those who need the most help, it's only getting harder to stay afloat. The gap's getting bigger by the day. While the main street's looking lavish and lively, people are literally starving to death on the back streets. He tore down this vineyard that's been around for generations to make room for more shops. And sure, you can import some damn fine wine from some other city, but where does that leave everyone else who can't afford it? That reminds me, in the third door, he ran some other company's factory out of business for his own profit. Different businesses, same practices. Giselle. The merchants, especially those who came in from other cities, get treated like kings, but the Lord still has plenty of enemies. I see. So you're someone who doesn't think highly of him, then? Pretty much. What would killing one man accomplish, though? Not much, probably. It would make me feel a lot better, though. Do you not actually know the Lord in person, then? I've met him before, so I know who to look for. That's about it. There's none of this, what do you call it? Inextricably linked souls crap. No fucking thank you. Maria says she's met him, and Morgana mentioned seeing prostitutes at the Lord's Manor when she was first taken there. Could she have been one of them then? Changing the subject a bit, there's something I wanted to ask you about Pauline. Frankly, her being a nun, it doesn't make a damn lick of sense to me. What do you mean? I mean, this isn't what she wanted with her life. When we were kids at the orphanage, she wasn't exactly this pillar of faith. We said grace before meals, but only because those were the rules. All ceremony, nothing more to it. She appears to be quite devout to me. I'm thinking, something had to have made her that way, forced her into that role. The girl I knew was pretty unexceptional. Had her head in the clouds, though, so we never really got along. But she was always talking about how when she left the orphanage, she'd find the perfect man, fall in love, get married. You could practically see the hearts in her eyes. They'd buy a comfortable house, have a few kids, maybe get a dog. Be a happy family, warm, peaceful. And every time she told me this, I'd snort and tell her she needed to get herself a more original dream, at which point she'd start crying and calling me mean. Maria was an impressively jaded 10-year-old girl. She was a girl in love with love, and now she's a bloody nun. Guess it kind of makes sense as an extension of her unwavering trust shtick. I mean, come on, surely she would have chosen someone better to put her trust in. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, as unreceptive as she was back there, she wasn't doing it maliciously. Not that I have any right to defend her after all the shit I gave her about it. You know, you're making it very hard to tell whether you like her or not. Don't think too hard about it. Just sticking up for an old acquaintance. Anyway, I think I'll head back. As concerned as I am about Morgana, there ain't much I can do. Guards ain't gonna believe the ramblings of some whore, especially now when she's making accusations about the damned lord. That part's gonna be the real bitch, I figure. If there's anything I can do, let me know. You can find me at the brothel in town. Well, I'm off. It's late. I'm not sure how safe it is for you to be wandering around in the dark alone. Maybe I should accompany you. Don't worry, this is my home turf. And besides, if someone did attack, I'm pretty sure I could outrun you. And overpower you at that. The worst part is, she's probably right. But... it's better to be safe. I would feel better knowing you made it back safely. I'm telling you, I don't need an escort, but if you insist, you're welcome to accompany me. The brothel's in the back streets. If you want, you can even stay for a bit, have a little fun. I think I'll have to pass. Maybe one day you'll get that stick out of your ass. Giselle? Giselle? Hello, what is it? You've been so quiet, I was getting concerned. It's good to know you're still there. I guess I sort of dozed off for a bit. I'm fine, though. No need to worry. Are you sure? Yeah, just... remind me what's going on, would you? You're positive nothing's wrong. Positive as positive can be. I promise, I just nodded off. I just convinced Maria to let me escort her back to the brothel. Seriously? Should I not have offered? I didn't think you were thoughtful enough to accompany a lady home at night. That's a low blow. I thought that's what DDA would have done, so that's what I did. I see. Well, make sure she gets back safely then. I will. Yeah, you just gonna stand there? Get moving or I'll leave you in the dust. Alright, this should do. Back streets aren't particularly welcoming to new faces popping up and wandering around after dark. Wouldn't want you to get mugged on your way back. I don't need that on my conscience right now. Alright. Out of curiosity, is the brothel you work at now the same one that was attacked 4 years ago? Nah, different place. Unless someone's done something with it, the one from 4 years ago is still abandoned. I've thought about fixing it up, getting everyone back together, but there's not that many of us left, and... well, I'm not even sure I want to go back myself, you know? Understandable. What was Morgana like when she was there? Not sure what to tell you. She never talked much, so I'm not sure if she even liked being around us. I can assure you she did. She's told me about her time... She's told me her time at the brothel is one of the few chapters of her life she remembers fondly. If that's true, that's great to hear. There were times I thought maybe we should take her to an orphanage somewhere. Well, you know how my experience living at one of those went, so yeah. But at the same time, it's not like a bunch of whores were gonna make better parents. So I was never really sure what the right thing to do was. And then after the raid, well, I felt like shit. She didn't have to be there, but I stupidly thought it was a good idea to keep a little girl in the lawless back streets. I can't tell you what the best choice would have been, but I can tell you, her time with you changed her for the better. So you don't need to feel guilty about choosing to keep her there. I appreciate it. If it's not too much trouble, could you tell me about Morgana in more detail? It's a bit late tonight, so how about tomorrow? Well, something I want to give you too. Oh. It's nothing much, but you'll see. I'll sneak into the courtyard again tomorrow night. Alright. I'll meet you there then. Anyway, I'm off. Actually, one last thing before I go. Take this. What? A knife? To protect yourself. You sure don't look like you're carrying anything. I'm not. But if I take this, then you... It's fine, I've got two. You have. Collecting pointy things is one of my hobbies. doesn't sound like the safest hobby. Anything with a nice sharp tip sends shivers down my spine. Makes my heart skip a beat. I'm not sure those are appropriate feelings to have about blades. That reminds me of the time Jacopo gave Maria a cartridge. She got pretty excited about that too. I can understand taking an interest in weaponry, but hers seems somewhat excessive, dangerously so. Anyway, I don't see why you shouldn't take it. She has a point. It is dangerous out at night. I'd honestly rather not be carrying a knife at all. What? Why not? They scare you. I'll be fine. It's only for self-defense, not hurting other people. Really, you don't have to worry about me. I do appreciate the consideration, though. If you say so. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. It's nothing. Just give it back to me tomorrow night and we're all good. Anyway, see you then. Stay warm. I'm pretty sure I'm dressed much warmer than her. We should get going too. Alright. It is chilly tonight, though. It true? Did you hear that? I thought I heard a voice. I did. It came from the bushes over there. I'm going to see if I can get a little closer. About the observation tower. Do you believe it is? Are we witnessing a tryst? In any other circumstances, I would just walk away and let them be. But she mentioned the tower, so I can't. We should listen in and try not to get caught. Agreed. Several different people have told me the same thing. That there's someone being held in the tower. Who was the first to mention it? Michel. You know, the man who showed up yesterday. He's staying in a room at the mansion. The one with the white hair. Yeah, him. Who else told you? Nellie. And while he hasn't said anything to me personally, she says Mel confirmed it as well. I see. There's no need for concern. The only thing in the tower is the Lord's fortune. Trust me, please. Pauline. You know how many enemies the Lord has. You know many of them would like nothing more than to see him fall. This allegation that he has someone imprisoned on his personal property is nothing more than a fabrication by these people. Don't be one of them. Support him. Support me. It's a terrible shame Mel and Nellie think the Lord would do such a thing. Don't listen to him, Pauline. He's lying to you. Should I stay hidden or should I intervene? I believe you more than anyone in the world. You have my complete trust, you know that. But I would like to see for myself. If there's no one in the tower, then that proves their accusations are baseless. Pauline, I want to trust you even more, so please let me see what's in the observation tower. Please. You say there's no one there, so it shouldn't be any problem, right? Okay. I'll talk to the Lord when he's here tomorrow. I can't let you in without his permission, of course. But once I've spoken with him, I'll take you to see what's in the tower. Thank you. It's getting late. You should head back. Okay. Don't look so glum, Pauline. We'll see each other again tomorrow night, as usual. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Sounds like she convinced him. I wouldn't be so sure about that. He could always move Morgana before letting Pauline in. I'll have to keep a close eye on him tomorrow. I know you're out there. Show yourself. If you won't come to me, then I'll have to come to you. I have a good idea where you're hiding. Michel? Finally decided to show yourself, did you? How did you know I was there? Simple. I can sense the presence of others. That's hardly what I'd call simple for most people. I was hoping to enjoy the show a little longer. You remember what I said at supper about our little sideshow? What about it? Well, looks like we have to go off script. Go off what? You still don't get it. He sounds pretty agitated, Michelle. You need to get out of there now. Can you not see him, Giselle? What? He's got his hand on his sword. I can't risk turning my back on him. I should have stepped in when Pauline was still around. I don't have many opportunities to do this these days, so I was planning on taking it nice and slow. There's so many obstructions outside, makes this kind of work difficult. Michelle, if you care about the nun, about Pauline, if she really means something to you, then you need to set Morgana free. Keeping her locked up will bring no one anything but pain, and that includes Pauline. And why should I care? Michelle. I feel something resembling a gale, and the next thing I know, the man's inches away from me, swinging his sword down. The knife. Miraculously, I managed to get the blade out just in time, catching his sword mid-descent with a sharp clang. For a very brief moment, a look of perplexity crosses his face. Now's my chance to run. Michelle! How? I stagger from the impact. As I fall to the ground, I catch sight of it. The curved blade sticking out of my chest. He must have thrown his sword to prevent my escape. Michelle, what's happening? Stay with me. You have to stay with me. I focus on the searing pain spraying through my chest to keep my mind from growing any hazier. I begin crawling, trying to put some distance between us, and from behind, the man slams his heel into my back. How anticlimactic. I thought you'd hold out a little longer, considering you managed to brandish that knife. Don't. Please, what are you doing? Get away from him. I'm begging you. Spare him. There's a name engraved in the handle, so it's not even your knife. Mary? Put that down. Michelle. Who did you get this from? Answer me. Not feeling cooperative, are we? That knife has always belonged to me. Mary simply refers to the Virgin Mary. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to find who they are. I know it's not her, at least. So Mel, his sister, and this Mary are all colluding with you. What are you going to do to them? That should be obvious. Leave them alone. No. Why'd this have to happen? It's not funny. The more lives you take, the farther you become from human. That's not what you want, is it? I've always been a killer. I've always had this insatiable urge to take life. But I know you also wanted to be. Enjoy your reunion with them in the afterlife. You should. No. At least beg for your life, would you? Stop this, please. Crawl through the dirt like the worm you are, and beg for me to spare you. Why? Why are you doing this? No, please, stop. Not even a scream, really? You're no fun. Stop it, don't do this. No. The man's strange cackling, and Giselle's desperate screams begin fading into the distance. I've long since lost any sort of idea about the condition of my body. In my attempts to save Giselle and Morgana, I managed to not only fail that, but endanger everyone who was kind enough to help me. What have I accomplished? Anything at all? Now, I believe that was the final of the dead ends. Had I actually bothered to get all of them up until this point, you actually do get an achievement. It's just some of these I skipped in the interest of time, or are just not interested in pursuing them. By the way, you should notice this is 1.2. I don't know if they actually put the new maid sprites in, for those unaware. I'm taking a brief detour, yes. The maid's art has been updated for the 3DS version of the game. In case you're wondering, they just made her a little bit more colorful, and the maid actually looks a little bit more like Giselle, I'd say. So it's kind of an improvement. Then again, if you actually want her to be monochromatic, then it's probably not helping you with your ideal. If you're certain, very well. I appreciate the thought. See ya. Hold on a second. Something else you needed? I would like, if you could, for you to tell me about the time you spent with Morgana. Anything you can, no matter how insignificant it may seem. I want to know what kind of life she had there. How's tomorrow sound? Tomorrow? I'll sneak into the courtyard tomorrow night. Meet me there and I'll tell you what you want to know. Why not now, though? No real reason. Just need a little time to sort things through. See you tomorrow night. Stay warm. Not even a chance to get another word in. Also, I feel like I dress much warmer than her. Tomorrow night. That doesn't leave us with much time. Giselle? Giselle? Hello, what is it? You've been so quiet, I was getting concerned. It's good to know you're still there. Guess I sort of dozed off for a bit. I'm fine though, no need to worry. Are you sure? I think we should head back too. We've done about everything we can today. You're right. Running into Maria was a great stroke of luck. Thanks to her, we now have the confirmation the nun is indeed Pauline. And we've potentially convinced Pauline to try and talk to the swordsman. Depending on how things pan out tomorrow, we could be pretty close to accomplishing our goal. I'm sure it'll be smooth sailing, just like with Mel. I certainly hope so. So before you go to sleep, do you want to talk for a bit? Of course. In fact, I was about to ask you the same thing. That's what you want to say, but on the inside you actually enjoy being surrounded by girls more than talking to me, don't you? And you seem to enjoy teasing me. I'm just kidding. Truthfully, I don't think I've ever wished you were there to save me more than then. I've never been comfortable in such spirited environments. Put 3 women in a room and it'll get like that, yeah, it can be overstimulating. I could not have been more out of my element. No, you seem to fit in pretty well to me. You really think so? You made for a great plaything. Oh yes, I'm quite good at that, aren't I? I will say, there was one thing about the whole affair that surprised me. What would that be? I did not expect I would be able to have such a normal social interaction, and not because I'm awkward or a poor conversationalist. For most of my life I was cursed, irregular, and you were the only one who didn't treat me like that. That came to be what I saw as normal. And as such, being able to participate in a social gathering like that is a very exotic sensation. It feels almost like it shouldn't be possible. You are normal, Michelle. An ordinary man. This right here, this is what I wish I always had in life, and for me to finally attain it in death. Though I suppose lamenting the details would make me ungrateful. I am glad to have had the experience, though. I'm glad to hear it. So, I know I've been talking about how much I want to save Morgana, and that hasn't changed. Neither is my desire to change everyone's future. But if you want to leave this place, to go somewhere far away and have a life of your own, you have my full support. You've got everything you ever wanted. You have the right to choose to stay here, live in this time. I wouldn't dream of it. I am not going to leave you trapped in that darkness. I wouldn't make the same mistake twice. Regardless, there's no point in me choosing a life without you there as well, in the flesh. Okay then. Well, I'll be here waiting. Hopefully not for long. I really think Morgana and I have a great deal in common. What? One the daughter of God, one a demon child. We were both forced into inhuman roles, living lives of solitude, constantly having things we cared about taken away from us, including, ultimately, our lives. The big difference between me and her is that I had you. If you hadn't been there at the end of my mortal life, perhaps I too would have grown to despise those who had put me through such misery, cursed their very souls. She had no one, though, not a single person to be there for her final days. From what she told us, though, her life wasn't all sorrow and misery. She did eventually come to find happiness in her time at that brothel. In fact, she even said that was where she learned to experience joy. Well, I know there were a number of girls there. If Maria was one of them she was particularly close with, perhaps her being there could have had a positive effect on Morgana. We'll have to see what she says tomorrow night. That we will. And then our time limit is noon the next day, so we'll need to have everything necessary figured out by then. Everything it will take for her to have a change of heart. I'm not worried one bit. I have complete confidence in you, Michelle. I am somewhat worried. What's there to worry about? Here, I'll shout, "You can do it 100 times." So you're planning to cheer me to death. I just want every last bit of you to know I'm rooting for you. I assure you, you've made that abundantly clear. There was something else I wanted to tell you, if that's alright. Yes. When I learned about your past, about your body, it came as a big shock to me. That said, I'm confident you know that my feelings for you haven't changed one bit. I do. But what I want you to know is that even if I had found out back then, instead of after having waited hundreds of years for you to return, my feelings still would not have changed. If you had told me while we were alive, I would have still accepted you. Now, of course, I know it's not something you could have come out with so easily, especially considering everything you went through because of it. We only lived together for a little over a year, and we were only partners for a month. So I understand how difficult it would have been to think I wouldn't push you away. But I'm not sure you grasped just how much I loved you, even then. My wounds ran deeper than I ever knew. And them fully healing was simply not possible. Anyone else's touch, anyone else's warmth, my heart and body would have rejected. I sincerely wish I'd expressed that to you more clearly. That it had to be you, that I needed you. I did believe at the time that I could start over with you, that we could live a normal life together. Or well, I fooled myself into believing it. But I could never rid myself of the guilt and shame, and how it was impossible for me to give that to you. I would imagine our future together. You smiling with our children in your arms, playing with them, scolding them, teaching them. And then I would remember I am incapable of giving you those children, or even engaging in the prerequisite acts. And the more I wished for your happiness, the tighter that guilt constricted me. I do apologize for not saying anything. You carried far more weight than any one person should have ever had to carry alone. But you don't have to do that anymore. For one, I'll support you no matter what. And this time, you're normal to everyone, not only me. You have allies. You don't have to take everything on yourself anymore. I love you, Michelle. I do. I absolutely adore you. Where is this coming from? I wanted to say it, so I did. Is that a problem? No, no problem. You're blushing, aren't you? Your cheeks are as red as tomatoes. I wish I could see you now. I'm going to open the window. Why? It's night. It's going to be cold. Exactly. I need to cool down. What are you eyeing at? It's a spring snow. It's gorgeous. There was hardly a cloud when I was outside earlier, and now it's snowing. Are you worried Maria might catch something out in this weather? Hopefully she's in bed by now. I've never seen it snow in the spring before. Maybe I just wasn't paying any attention to what lay beyond the dark walls of that house. Maybe. Have you? Have I seen a springtime snow before? 3 or 4 times perhaps. So not very often, no. So you've seen this already. Would it have been better if I hadn't? No, that's not what I'm saying. I just thought it would be nice if it was the first time for both of us. You sound like a little kid. Is it that childish? Well, I don't mind either way. I'm still glad my first time seeing it isn't alone. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Little specks of white drifting through the darkness. Yes, I can see it. It's beautiful. I'm happy I could see this with you too. You don't want the wind to cool you off too much now. I think it's time for you to warm back up. Sorry, I was so engrossed by the sight. Maybe it'll stick and you can see it again tomorrow. The grounds will be quite lovely covered in snow. But for now, you should get some sleep. I suppose. You already passed out once today. You need to make sure you're well rested. Hard to argue with that. I'll be counting on your help again tomorrow. Our success or failure depends on how tomorrow goes. That it does. Let's make it count. Good night, Giselle. Good night, Michelle. Two days until her death? 1 day until her death.